Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Antoine from Astro Auto Repairs. Today we'll be working on a 2004 Corvette, doing an oil change.
All right, what happened to can you dig it, man? You're supposed to be saying can you dig it?
And can you dig it?
All right. So, okay, what we gonna do first, man? It's a pretty nice car, man. You know, after we finish with this, well, let's take the people for a ride, man. We're gonna put it in there. We're going, okay, no problem.
So I'm saying, all
right.
They say,
pop the hood, man. Let's see.
They do every bit of, every bit of. I'm too short, I'm too tall to get down this thing, man. That thing too far down. There we go. There we go.
You good? All right. Go up here.
That's it. Then you got to pull the gear out. See, this is what you got to do, people. Good God, I love it. No, I think I'll stick with my home.
Oh, what's this, the 5.7?
5.7.
All right, so we're going to do an oil change on it?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do an oil change. And hopefully we can take this jugger down the highway, you know, see if it really do that 0 to 60 awful quick.
All right, we're going to jack the car up on one side. And when we come back, Antoine's going to show you how to do the oil change. We'll be right back. Okay, while Antoine's getting all the stuff to do the oil change, I got it jacked up. I'm going to show you what's very important about you jacking up Corvettes or unibody vehicles, or you will put a hole in the floor on this car. Now, you see that hole right there? That's where you jack these vehicles up. All right, a lot of cars has either a little extra piece of metal right there. The jack will set in there and jack it up. Now, you can see what I did. I placed a 2x4 piece of wood right below that hole and jacked it up right there. So I'm not touching the unibody. I'm not, you know, jacked it right up perfectly. Now let's go up in the front to where Antoine is at. Okay, also you see we got a jack stand up in there just in case. And all right, Antoine, what are you doing now? What size what size bolt is that?
15.
All right.
All right. What I'm about to do now, remove this bolt for the oil pan.
Okay, and what is it draining into?
Right now it's going to be draining into this oil pan here.
Okay.
Once we remove all the oil from the oil pan on the engine, we go back, take the oil filter out.
Okay. What kind of? Okay.
Now, when you replacing it with your new oil filter, you always be sure to lubricate the seal with some type of lubricant. Me, I'll just go back, put a little oil on it, and put it back in.
Okay. All right, let's drain it out and let's see it.
In this situation, we may need a swivel and a stitch.
Oh, 15 millimeter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go get Antoine some tools, and then we're gonna start this recording. Be right back. Okay, we're back. While we watch Antoine drain the oil out of there.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
With certain tools, it may be difficult, a lot easier. I prefer a speed wrench.
Okay, speed wrench, 15 millimeter. Okay.
Mercy me. Man, if this car couldn't have been any lower. Now, starting to loosen the thing by hand. Make sure you have your oil pan somewhere close by.
Okay.
Daggone it, I forgot my other set of gloves. But it'll be alright.
You got a rag over there?
Yep.
Matter of fact, you can actually push that back enough to get that oil filter out at the same time, or can you? Or nah? No, the pan ain't that big. All right, while Antoine doing that out, the oil filter we're putting on there is a Fram Extra Guard. Now, this is one important information about oil filters. Oil filters, good oil filters have what's called an anti-backup valve. Okay, when you start your vehicle up, oil's going all through the engine. When you shut it off, an anti-backup valve in the oil filter will stop all that oil from draining back down into the oil pan. So when you start that vehicle up next time, there's oil already up in the engine and you're not running metal to metal. Because if you run metal to metal, you're taking life from that engine. And then a few years, the engine starts tapping and smoking. So you definitely, now the anti-backup valve stops that oil from draining back down. Cheap oil filters will not do that. They'll just let that oil drain right back down there. A good example is STP. Now STP recently came out with a newer version. It's a gold box, and it has the anti-backup valve in it, which the blue one doesn't. See, they knew it. It took them a couple years, a lot of years, but now they know it. But we don't take chances like that. This is a Fram Extra Guard. Make sure none of that's draining back down to the engine. So every time he starts this Corvette up, he's got oil up there, engine's ready to go. All right, back over to what Antoine doing. As you see, we still got the oil draining out. And all right, take it from there, Antoine.
All right. Now that the oil is no longer shooting straight out, I'm going to attempt to remove the oil filter.
Now, on the oil filters, Antoine, a lot of people say, when you put the new oil filter in, you gotta just put it hand tight and turn it a little bit more. Is that true, or should you use a wrench, the oil filter wrench, to tighten it up pretty tight?
No, what you want to do is, once again, you're going to lubricate the top of the seal.
Okay.
After you lubricate the top of the seal with some kind of lubricant, or either the old oil or whatever you put on, you're going to put it on hand tight until you can get it on. Then what you do is you get your tube and you just basically want to snug it to where it doesn't bust the seal. But you want it tight enough to where you don't drive and it accidentally comes off. Because
we had a couple cars, man, did an oil change and that oil filter was loose. It comes off, you're gonna blow your engine. Make sure the oil filter is tight. Like I said, put a little bit of oil on the ring, as he's gonna show you, and tighten it up by hand, and take your wrench and tighten it up a little bit more. Not super tight, Superman, Superwoman.
You busted oil seal, you will be getting another oil filter.
Or if you don't realize that you broke it, you be getting another engine. We're doing a video of replacing your engine. A lot of oil coming out of there, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. We're gonna need as much as oil to come out of here as possible, because I plan on testing this 0 to 60.
Hey, what is that? What kind of filter is that? Oh, AC Delco. Okay, that's a pretty good filter. All right, you got the new one, or you want some? You got the rag over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you doing to put the?
What I'm doing now, I'm just putting the nut back into the oil pan. Being that I like things done nice, neat, and cleanly, I didn't put the bolt all the way back in. So what I'm gonna do now, just gonna take my rag and just wipe the bottom, make sure nothing is there. Some of them tend to have little seals or grommets, gaskets, and you want to just have it dry so you know that it's sealing properly. Now, before I forget, some people do have a tendency to forget things. Let's go ahead on and snug this thing back up.
Now how tight is that?
You don't want it tight to where you'll actually strip this thing.
Okay.
One, because this is aluminum. Now, of course, it's still draining slightly, but it's draining. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna use the old oil. I'm gonna stick my oil filter on top of the oil pan. Make sure that it's lubricated. I mean, it doesn't have to be drowned in the oil.
Okay.
Just as long as the seals are good and wet. As you see, putting it on.
Looks like a clockwise rotation, counterclockwise to loosen it. The same thing with the oil drain bolt, clockwise to tighten it.
Move this for you. Now, as you see, hand tightening. That's all you want to do. Just hand tighten this thing. And once you get it to where it just about stops, you get your oil filter wrench or whatever tool you may have to take that thing on and take it off. Daggone, this thing is low. And you just want to grab the edge of it, get you a slight twist. You don't want it too tight. You don't want it too loose. If you loosen it by hand, it's too loose. But you all, just hold on a second. I got to get my arm right. You know, I'm kind of sort of on the cripple side. I'm going to tighten it for you a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's best to tighten it up a little tight, you know, without Superman tight, but definitely not too loose. Hard to get up in there, huh?
Yeah, especially. Oh, I can't get my arm no farther than I can bend it.
Okay, we got that done. Now when we come back, we're gonna start putting the oil in. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We're putting the oil in. Pop the hood open. Take off the oil cap. Got some fresh Valvoline motor oil.
Okay, when you all have an oil filter like this, be sure
It's
you
in
put
there
it this
tight.
way.
Okay.
If not, pour the oil in, it'll come down this way. You don't want
5.7. Now, a rule of thumb: 8 cylinders usually take about 5 quarts. So we're gonna put 5 quarts in there, and then we're gonna start the car up, shut it down, and then check the oil on the dipstick. That's right there. Okay, also what we're gonna do, come around here. A lot of cars, the computer keep up with your oil changes. This one, the customer, somebody got an oil change sticker up here. So we're gonna take that off, because we're gonna need that, and we're gonna put one of ours up there. Now, we use some good oil. The oil that we put in here is Valvoline. Usually they tell you to change the oil every 3,000 miles with this Valvoline. A lot of newer oils now, oil changes are every 4,000 miles. So I'm gonna get a sticker, we're gonna put one in here for the 4,000 miles. All right, we'll be right back to start this up and show you how to check the oil. Okay, getting in the car. We got the oil in. Let's see, we see here now the car has 57,241 miles. We added 4,000 miles to that. There's our oil change sticker. What we do is take this off. And we stick the right up in the windshield. It's a static clean, so it don't mess up no windshield, no residue or oil up there, and it's up there. Now what we're gonna do is push on the clutch pedal, start the vehicle up, and we go over here. When we see the oil pressure gauge go up, or if you have a light, the oil light go out. When it goes up, we shut it off. All right, then we get out. Okay, we go over here and Antoine's gonna check the oil.
What you wanna do is pour it out. Wipe your dipstick completely clean. You're gonna stick your dipstick back in. Make sure it's all the way down so you know the oil is always where it needs to be at.
Alright, let's get a
Ooh, and we're short about a quart.
turn it on and turn the stick over. Okay, so it's about a quart low. So what we're gonna do is add another quart. And keep it up. Oh, let me see that stick again so we can show them. Now what we want to do is we want that anywhere between that area right there, but closer to that to be perfect. All right, we're gonna add a little extra oil to it, about another quart. We're gonna come back and we'll go for a test drive. Be right back. Go.
All right. Now we're finished with the oil change on the 2004 Corvette. So now Timmy's closing the hood. We are now officially about to take this thing down the road. Whenever he can close it. Be very, very careful with that hood. As you see, the whole car is nothing but fiberglass.
All right, let's for a little ride. Oh, you know what? To be on the safe side, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put a piece of cardboard on the floor, make sure we don't get the mats dirty or nothing.
Well, y'all get ready to do that.
This is Robert Spivey, the customer. He's the great owner of this Corvette. He said you don't want to be on camera.
He said he camera shy.
We're gonna put two pieces of cardboard on the mats so we don't get the mats dirty. We take it for a little ride. On this side. Down. Okay, that's for Antoine. Okay. We'll put one on the driver's side. Okay, now we're gonna take a little ride up the street. Enjoy this vehicle.
Now be careful.
Okay. All right, Antoine. Ready?
Oh yeah.
We got a 6-speed transmission, but we're only gonna go up to about 3 years. We ain't going too far. Can't let Antoine drive because he's got a lead foot.
But my leg foot would have went in the gear though.
That's funny, man. Oh, this car drives sweet. I should let you get behind the wheel. Still can't beat a Ford though. I'm a Ford man.
Well, you know,
You better turn this car around.
I got Hondas and 240s and beat the crap out of this thing. So you know, still, it's American muscle.
Huh?
Spanking the thing. First get spanking with that.
Let's read. Nah, we can't. All right, we're going back to the customer's house to give him his car. That's the perfect way of doing an oil change, not just for this car, but for a lot of other cars. This is Timmy from Astro Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. Take care.